young bulls have congregated on the car. So you can see the one's picking up the elephant's ear. Now there's a tusk wound behind that ear from the fight. There you go. You can see smelling over the eye, and the vultures have already removed the eye. And it looks like there's a breeding herd also coming in from behind. I'm not sure if they're going to come here, but there are more elephants off behind there. And you can just, if you go off to the right a little bit, that termite mound is there. See, there's a whole bunch more elephants there. This is just absolutely fascinating. That's one of the reasons that Dave and I have decided we're going to just sit here for the whole drive to see what happens. And when we were expecting to get incredible vultures and hyenas, but we weren't really expecting something as special and as rare as this. Now, the very interesting thing is it's been completely silent. I haven't heard any low rumbles. Of course, elephants can communicate in frequencies much lower than the human ear can hear, but I haven't heard any rumbles whatsoever. Oh, there's a big bull there. I'm just going to get my binoculars. I just want to see if it's the same big bull who actually caused this injury. Now, just remember, it's probably quite difficult to watch for some of you, and it is a difficult sighting. It's never nice to see an elephant die. Now, of course, as soon as I get my binoculars out to try to look at the big elephant bull, the other one is blocking. You might hear directly behind us a greater honey guide has figured out that we're here and is trying to lure us. Where's he gone? He sounds very close. He's trying to lure us away from the elephant to go find the honey. But I'm afraid, honey guide, we're going to stick with the Ellies now. That is a big bull down there, but I don't think it's the same. It's not. It's not the big musk bull who's been terrorizing all the elephants on Djuma. Oh, look at that. This is an incredibly interesting sighting. I wonder what's going through their minds. Now, these little Ellies came up with their trunks up smelling. So Mauricia was asking, did they pick up the scent or did they find it randomly? I think they picked up the scent, Mauricia. And they came in from the area that the wind was blowing. I'm just keeping quiet to try to see if I can hear any communications, any grumbles from those Ellies there. Now, I'm keeping my distance from the sighting because in these situations, you never quite know what's going to happen. So it's always better to have a little bit of distance and just watch from afar. If we're a bit closer, you don't know how the other Ellies are going to react. There we go. What are they up to now? I see it. One's picking up a stick. Just put it down again now. can hear a big sort of sniffs from that Ellie who's there now. What's he doing with his foot, Dave? Can you see? He's kicking the trunk. Oh, a little bit earlier, one was actually standing on the tusk and put its foot right up on the tusk. Now, I'm fascinated to see if the rest of those Ellies in the distance are going to come here. Now, as I was wondering the exact same thing as Lara Moore and MJ, which is, will that breeding herd at the back come and visit the carcass, or will just these three young teenagers? And there we go. See, he's putting his foot up on the elephant's skull again. They were doing that a little bit earlier as well. And sniffing around the mouth. I think it'd be quite fascinating if that big bull comes here. And it's not the bull that is the culprit. We're pretty sure, well, we know pretty sure which bull it was. It was that one that was on the dam cam at the start of drive. As I said, if there were lions or hyenas on this carcass, or even the vultures, the elephants would often chase off the scavengers and predators, and that's what Michelle was asking. Is it instinct, even though it's dead? I think yes, Michelle. I think it is instinct to try push predators away. Even if they were on a buffalo carcass, they would do the same thing. They would chase the predators away. Now, the wind's sort of swirling around a bit, and it doesn't look like those Ellies in the distance are actually coming here. So it just looks like the teenagers. The Ellies in the distance seem to be carrying on with their own affairs, but there is another one there, a little bit closer. Another couple, actually. But they don't... Oh, maybe they're going to come. There's another one there. So there's a breeding herd, females with young, as well, not too far off behind, but they haven't come towards the carcass. And I mean, we've been here, and close to here, the whole afternoon. There we go. You can see that he's almost using that tusk to scratch his foot. I mean, this is stuff you just don't see, but it sounds like Shadulu is up on the move, but don't worry, Dave and I are not going to move a muscle. We're going to see what happens here at this elephant carcass.